It looks like I'm smashing with the same racket, but each of them has a different rubber. If you wanna know which one is which and why choosing the right rubber makes such a difference, watch the video.
Today I wanna know more about the rubber, the foam of the paddle rackets, because first of all, why paddle rackets have foam or rubber?
So we have a foam or rubber in our paddle rackets because this material has EVA inside it, and that makes it an elastic material. And what this means is that when you impact the ball, it's gonna soften the impact from the ball and the carbon fibers. So in that way, the carbon fibers don't break when you impact the ball. So it's gonna act like a softener.
Here I have the 4 types of different rubbers that you have in StarVie. Later we are gonna try it on the court to test it personally, the differences, but let's start with the softest one. And can you tell me more about each of them more specifically?
Pablo has in his hand all the foams we use here at StarVie. So the first one's the Ultra Speed Soft, and is the softer foam we use in our rackets. We say it's an entry-level foam because what it gives you when you're playing on court is really good comfort when you're defending, and then it has a great ball output, so you don't have to make that effort in every time, and every shot you take or every time you hit the ball, and that's what we look for when we're starting to play paddle.
Felipe, one question. When you say this rubber or this one are softer or is harder, is about the density?
It is. What it is the amount of concentration of the material in a certain area.
So as much concentration you have, the harder the rubber will be.
Exactly. And it weighs more.
So then after the Ultra Speed, we have the V30, right?
Exactly, which is what we call the soft 30 in our paddle rackets. And this is like an intermediate foam. And what it does is it still gives you that comfort when defending, but it doesn't penalize you that much in power. You're still gonna have that hardness that allows you to really put power into a shot.
And if we are looking for power, we need to look for the Pro 50. That actually is the rubber that use the professional paddle players, right?
Exactly, it is the hardest we have in our paddle rackets. So we went from soft to intermediate, and now the hardest, entry intermediate, and then a more advanced player. So it's a technical foam. Because it is so hard, it gives you great control and power. And why is this? As harder as the foam gets, the less elasticity it has, the less it recuperates from the shot you make. So let's say with the Ultra Soft, you hit the ball and it's gonna get deeper into the racket, and that effect, that bouncing effect, is what is gonna give you the ball output.
With the hardest rubber, that trampoline effect is almost zero.
You have much more control. What I'm doing with my hand is what is gonna translate into the shot. With this one, what I'm doing with my hand, the paddle racket and the foam is gonna create a little bit more energy, and the ball is gonna bounce off more from the paddle racket.
And then we have this one that I can see some lines on it. Why?
Exactly, so this is a multi-layer foam, which we like to call it a sandwich. And what it has the Ultra Speed, hard, and then soft foams.
So if I touch the external parts of the foam, I feel it like super soft, but if I touch the inner foam, wow, man, this is Pro 50, right?
Yeah. So when you hit slow shots, the soft foam is gonna react, and it's gonna help you have that more ball output, and so that you don't have to take that much effort into getting that ball out of a corner when you're cornered in the back of the court.
But when I do a smash, that the ball gets more onto the rubber, then the Pro 50.
Exactly. What it's gonna react is the Pro 50 foam and gives you that power you're looking for.
But Felipe, all this theory is perfect, but we should try it on the court. I have the 4 different rubbers, the Ultra Speed Soft, the Soft 30, the Pro 50, the Dual Density. I want to try them on defense and on the smash.
Let's see how it goes.
Hear the sound of the Ultra Speed Rubber, StarVie Softer Rubber. And for example, compare it now with the sound of the Pro 50, that is the hardest rubber. The Ultra Speed makes much more noise and feels more comfortable when defending, but you lose control by having more ball output. On the other hand, the Pro 50 requires much more effort to pass the ball to the other side, but has a more homogeneous response. The V30 is the middle ground between the 2 rackets, and the Meteora with the dual density in defense behaves like a slightly stiffer V30.
I have my winners in defense, the Meteora Dual, the Triton EVA Soft 30. Why? Well, I mean, we are gonna talk about the rubbers, the foam. This has the dual density. When I want to hit it super fast in defense, it responds. When I want to hit it slower, it responds. So nice. And the Soft 30 is the middle between the 50 and the Ultra Speed. I'm that kind of guy on the middle, you know, intermediate player as always. It is what it is.
Yes, here we have to take into account the mold of the racket.
It's true.
The
Super
Triton,
offensive.
It's a paddle made for attacking. So we gotta take that into account, but in terms of comfort and power, I think the EV30 does the deal.
And now is the moment for the smash. It is not my favorite shot. I'm not the best doing it. I'm gonna try my best, 100%, but
you're sweating. I wanna see you a little bit more.
I propose you a game. Can you tell me which rubber is used in each racket when looking at the smash? In general, if we hit the ball well, we will notice that with the Pro 50 the ball gets more speed, so the smash portrays comes out higher. Although it is true that the Pro 50 gets more speed, it will depend on each person if he is able to take advantage of it or not. If you cannot hit the ball very hard, the V30 can make the ball gets more speed, while the dual density in this case, having Pro 50 and being a more agile racket, the ball gets so much speed.
smash is done. My winners, the Pro 50, the Meteora again. It is true that in defense works so nice, but also in attack. Obviously, the Triton Pro 50, the most hard racket that you have in the collection, diamond or teardrop diamond, whatever you want to call it. Super hard, super offensive, super attack in smash, works perfectly. And the Meteora Dual is the 4x4 racket in the market.
Exactly. What can I say? The Triton, it's the racket that we have that is designed for more attack, more power, more everything. The rubber or the foam works. It's the hardest. And then in the Meteora, a dual density foam that's gonna help you defending, also in attack. And then that round shape, it's gonna facilitate your playing in the court.
So Felipe, for those who have the chance to try some rackets with different rubber density, do it because you are gonna notice the differences between different rubbers. Felipe, that's all from here from StarVie offices. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pablo.
And see you in the next episode.